Yo guys, welcome back to another Beyblade Planet video, and today we have a really cool Beyblade review. And so in this review we're going to be reviewing, sorry I just feel like I'm saying review so much, we're going to be reviewing Dragoon V, also known as Dragoon Victory. So if you don't know, this Beyblade is actually pretty old. It's from Beyblade V-Force, which is obviously from the plasic-gen era. So obviously we had Beyblade V-Force, Beyblade Evolution, and yeah, this is from V-Force, which is the second season from the plasic-gen. But yeah, Beyblade V-Force was actually a pretty good series. They had the Magna Core at the time, which was pretty cool. I think I've explained that in a previous video, or I might make another video on it anyway, because it really is a cool gimmick. But on to the blade, and we're going to look at the box first of all. So let's have a look at the front of the box. You can see it's very colorful. I always love the way Takara Tomy and Sonocon do their boxes, especially in the plasic-gen boxes. They did it really nice. You can see a clear picture of Dragoon V right in the middle, and then on the right you can see a picture of the owner, which was Tyson. Anyone who's in Beyblade should know Tyson, even if you didn't grow up in the plasic-gen era. Tyson's just like an OG character from the anime. But yeah, at the top right you can see it says A46, then just below it says MG. Again, this is showing that it's from the Magna Core system, which was the magnetic system they had at the time. Then on the left, I'm pretty sure that means it's left spinning. I mean, this blade is left spin, but I don't know if that's the actual symbol for it. I'm pretty sure that is a symbol showing that it's left spin. And in the background you can see a picture of Dragoon himself. It's a cool blue dragon. Then to the bottom right of the box you can see it has the two Sonocon stickers. Well, one's like a silver shiny sticker, and then obviously the one's just the normal Sonocon logo. And then moving on to the side of the box, you can see an image of Dragoon with the launcher that comes with it. Sorry, I forgot to mention, this is a star set, so it does come with a left spin launcher. And then the image below is showing a bit about how the Magna Core system works, which is pretty cool. And then on the other side of the box, again it's talking about the Magna Core system. So normally with the Magna Core blades, you have a magnet that's in the spin gear. However, with Dragoon, the magnet's actually in the tip of the blade. When we go through the parts, I'll show you how it looks and everything. But yeah, you can see some of the images showing that it's the magnet's in the tip and then how it moves in the stadium. Then a bit about the metal weight, which is like a heavy piece of metal in your spin gear, and then the image of the left spin launcher. Then if we turn over to the back of the box, just like all Beyblade boxes, all the parts, all the stats for each individual part, very nicely laid out. I've always actually loved how Beyblade boxes will show the stats, not only just for the blade but for each individual part, which is really cool. You get to see like how much attack the attack ring has and how much defense it has. Some of it's a bit like overkill, but it's really cool to have, and it gives you a nice detailed look of the blade. And so you can see the parts for Dragoon V. We have obviously the bit chip, the attack ring, the weight disc, the spin gear, and of course the blade base. Yeah, with plasic-gen there was obviously a bit more parts. I say a bit more, a lot more. I mean, this doesn't do it justice. The spin gear breaks into many pieces. Obviously the blade base is formed of the base and the tip, so there's like parts within the parts, if that makes sense. So I think we've covered pretty much the whole box. Now let's move on to the actual Beyblade and all its parts. So we're going to start with the Dragoon V tip. Very, very important part for two reasons. Obviously one is the fact that it has the Magna Core system in it, and then two, and most importantly, it is the part that connects with the stadium surface, which means that it will determine its movement. And I didn't mention before, but this is an attack type Beyblade, so the tip is, you can see, is fairly flat. It's like a plastic flat tip, and it's quite interesting, well at least I find it interesting, that Dragoon V's tip's plastic, because most, if not all Dragoons, probably except for Dragoon G, all had rubber tips. And so this is basically like the only Dragoon blade with a plastic flat tip. Nothing wrong with it. I really like it. Like I said before, I really like the look of this blade. So yeah, it suits it very well. You see that the tip doesn't really have a color, it's just see-through, and if you look closely you can actually see the magnet inside it, which is really cool. So because the magnet's in the actual tip of Dragoon and not just in the spin gear, it means that the Magna Core actually works a lot more stronger and is much more bare when it's performed in a stadium. But yeah, that's the Dragoon V Magna Core tip. Yeah, really cool design. Moving on, next part we have the blade base, the Dragoon V blade base. And yeah, this blade base is really cool. You can see it has the 4 spikes going around it, which fits well with the Dragoon theme because Dragoon's a spiky blade, I guess. So yeah, really cool. You see it's very simple in terms of the stickers, just 4 stickers around the blade base. And you can see that the side clips where they fit in, they're actually pretty cool because well, you can see mine's are a bit broken. But they're cool because they're actually molding in terms of the shape with the spike. So you can see that when I put the clips in, it kind of finishes off that that spike, which is really cool. Okay, so next let's move on to the spin gear. So with the spin gear, it's made out of 3 parts. So yeah, lots of parts with plasic-gen blades. You can see that you have the 2 like circular parts that go along the outside of the metal weight, which is the part that goes in the middle. And you can see, looking at the metal weight, it's just literally a chunk of metal in the spin gear. So I mean, it does give the blade extra weight, which is pretty cool. This part is what would be the magnet core system in other blades. So whereas Dragoon's magnets in its tip, this part is where the magnet core would be. You see that on like the 2 spin gear parts, it has a big L in it. That obviously means it's left spin. Next up, we have the weight disc. So this is the 10 wide weight disc, which is pretty much on every Dragoon. In fact, yeah, I don't think any Dragoon has used like a different weight disc other than like the widest weight disc. So yeah, this is pretty standard. And then moving on to the attack ring, here we have the Dragoon V attack ring. Really cool attack ring. Absolutely love the colors, the stickers, the way it looks. Really nice attack ring. Probably one of my favorite Dragoon attack rings. It's just a really cool and iconic Dragoon attack ring. It combines both the previous Dragoon stickers. So Dragoon S was the first Dragoon, which had just the red Dragoon stickers, and then Dragoon F, the upgrade, just had the blue stickers, which are pretty cool. And so you can see Dragoon V has both the red stickers and the blue stickers. I do really like the overall shape of this attack ring. It's 4 spiked. Most Dragoons are 4 spiked. And even though this is 4 spiked, you can see it has like these miniature spikes between the big spikes. Again, just makes it more aesthetic and more dangerous looking, so it's really nice. And then finally we have the bit chip, just a nice cool image of Dragoon itself. Okay, so now I'm going to assemble this and show you guys how Dragoon V looks all built together. So here is Dragoon V all fully assembled and put together. It does look really nice. It actually is kind of tall compared to like other Dragoons, and especially for an attack type. Most attack type Beyblades are more on the short side, but yeah, still looks great. I do really like how the attack ring and the blade base come together to give Dragoon this really spiky and aggressive look. But yeah, overall it's a great design. Now we're going to go over to the stadium and go over Dragoon V's performance. So like we mentioned before, Dragoon V is an attack type blade and it's left spinning. So even though it doesn't have rubber on the attack ring, you can kind of see it as the Fafnir and El Drago of old school Beyblade, believe it or not. It does spin still. If it goes against a right spinning Beyblade, it will pick up spin. I wouldn't go so far as to spin it with your hands, but if you are up against a right spinning Beyblade, you will find that Dragoon has a bit more stamina, especially because it has a plastic tip. Compared to the other Dragoons that have rubber, this Dragoon has plastic, so it does have a bit more stamina. It is fairly aggressive around the stadium, has good attacking power. However, because it doesn't have a rubber tip, it's not as aggressive as probably some of the other Dragoons. Having said that though, it has better stamina, so it kind of balances itself out. We all know how rubber is with stamina, so the fact that they've changed it with Dragoon V and put a plastic tip on it to give it a bit more stamina and still have good attacking power is not too bad. And the recoil is pretty good as well. You can get some pretty good knockouts with Dragoon V. Overall, I would say Dragoon V is a pretty solid attacking type Beyblade. Like I mentioned, the design is amazing, and yeah, one of my favorite Dragoons. Really hope you guys enjoyed this review on Dragoon Victory. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it'd be much appreciated. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.